Okay, they're doing it now. Yeah, fuck me over now. I've got a couple of things to say, if that's alright.
Yeah, no, absolutely. On you go.
Firstly, these are my actual mental illnesses.
Okay.
Sluggish schizophrenia and drapetomania. If you know them, if you don't know them, look them up.
I'll leave that there.
Those are my actual mental illnesses. I don't classify them as mental illnesses, but that's what you need to look at.
Drapetomania.
Drapetomania with a D.
What do you mean with that?
Well, you have to look it up. If you don't know what it is, that's what it is. Yeah, I've got, with the side effects, as I said, I would get bad side effects, and the night staff refused to give me the Cogentin, and I went downhill because of it. And then on Sunday, the side effects started to wear off. I had blindness, intestinal bleeding, extreme nausea and loss of balance, pain in the back of my eyes. That's really bad, the pain in the back of my eyes, and the nausea and disorientation from the pain in the back of my eyes. Cogentin 2 milligrams helped. Wore off mostly during Sunday when the bleeding began Sunday. Okay, so with my situation, I've had the same claims, the same evidence, the same consistent story, despite being drugged and imprisoned on and off. Same exact claims, same exact evidence that has been looked at by many people and confirmed. I had something to show you actually. When I was here last time, I was here for almost a year, as you know.
Yeah.
This is what I got here. Music, where is it? Gallery. I'll just show you that. This is how I got here. I was actually kidnapped outside a courtroom when I testified against government corruption with a bag full of evidence.
So that's one local court in 2000.
That's the day I was kidnapped. You can date it to when I was kidnapped.
Okay. Were you not in hospital in January of that year?
Not that I recall. No.
I may have got the years and dates.
I was kidnapped on that exact day. I was kidnapped from a courtroom. These are hang on, it's my computer.
Okay.
The accused does not appear to have any employment and makes no contribution to the local community. And 4 police witnesses to that, apparently, with 0 civilian witnesses, and that's the excuse for kidnapping me and taking me to psychiatry for a year and drugging me for a year and a half. Yet my same claims and evidence have been consistent all the time.
What date was actually?
Yeah, 30th. It was the 30th of the 11th, 2016. That's when I was kidnapped from outside a courtroom door. Seconds after I testified, as I walked out the door, I asked the judge for political protection because these people tried to take me out. And I walked out outside the courtroom door, and a whole crowd of police violently grabbed me and took me here. As I keep saying.
Missing to.
I've got something else to show you to prove it too. Just a coincidence, right?
It's 2014.
No, in 2016. I was here for almost a year.
No, your medical records.
I was first kidnapped in 2014, shortly after I went public when they came after me, yes. And then I was kidnapped again for almost a year, couldn't hear for a year. My same
So
story.
that wasn't your first admission?
That's not what I'm talking. I didn't say anything about that.
My apologies, I was misunderstanding.
I went public. Okay, I went public in 2013. I was harassed by police within 2 weeks over every day at my door. The police beatings, as you said before, the bruises. These are from police beatings, not from me being in fights. No, I never fought back. Police beatings. I was kidnapped and tortured in 2014 by the convicted mass murderer, as I said, you looked it up. In 2016, 30th of November.
Just to be accurate, I looked it up and he was convicted of manslaughter.
He was convicted for murdering his wife, and there was a long horrific story to this, but it was
convicted of manslaughter of his wife.
Yes, that he was a mass murderer, and this was confirmed in his court case, but they never went through, followed up with the others, but it was part of his conviction.
I didn't find any evidence.
Well, it's all public. Oh, here's something else. As soon as I get kidnapped and taken here, when I try to go to a hospital emergency, shortly after, I get takedowns of all my evidence of all the police stuff. Look, here you see the name police visit. This was one where they didn't actually beat me up. This is where they actually admitted on my home surveillance cameras that I had, admitted what my story. They don't want to acknowledge my story and evidence, so they got this stuff deleted. This happened. A series of takedowns all over my evidence, all over the internet, while I'm locked up in here. Would you like to know what they actually said? Because it's important to my. So they came to my door asking for about certain technology I helped invent that the Russian government started using. That was one of the reasons, but the main reason was they wanted counter-terrorism intel, and they want, you saw that document. They want to portray me as a big Nazi smelly poo-poo head who does not contribute to the local community. Why would the police be so adamant in taking someone out for under not contributing to the local community? Because maybe I contribute to the local community more than you ever know. They wanted counter-terrorism intel on someone that I had been, and they wanted to know what evidence I had been sending to the FBI. They wanted to know what I've been talking to the FBI with. They wanted my information. That's why they came now, and that's the video. One of the videos that they've taken down to remove any references to anything that has happened. Why I'm really here.
When you're talking about contributions to the local community, and you're making reference that you have made contributions.
I've made more than you can possibly imagine. Yes.
Yeah, I know. And in the past, there was, reference to Mr. Sparkles.
No, Sparkle Man actually.
Sparkle Man.
Sparkle Man was a thing I did every New Year's Eve,
right.
Whereas I, out of my own pocket, instead of going to partying like everyone else, I dressed up as a superhero. And the only reason I did that is because I did this every year, and people insisted and begged that I get a cape and I get this and I get that every year. So it progressed just on demand.
Yeah.
So I ended up dressing up as a superhero over the years. And I just ran out and handed out free sparklers to the crowd until midnight, where I found nothing in the air. So I did. A lot of people love that because the 12 o'clock fireworks had been cancelled long time ago.
Yeah. How did you end up starting to do that?
This is what I do. I go out and help people and stuff. Like New Year's Eve, what do I do New Year's Eve? I had a whole bunch of sparklers for something else. So I thought, why don't I go hand them all out? So I decided to hand them all out, and everyone loved it, and they insisted I come back next year, so I came back next year and grew from there. That's an example of things that I do, that police think.
Is that something you still do?
I can't.
Right, why is that?
For many reasons I can't. Or I don't live down the entrance anymore, for a start.
Okay.
And I can't get down there, that's one reason.
Yeah.
But, so, to go back to the point, they wanted counter-terrorism intel on a terrorist attack I stopped. You see, I'm the founder of Anonymous, and this is part of what I do. I stop bad people from doing bad things. I've stopped a number of terrorist attacks, and they wanted to know about a terrorist attack I had stopped, and they wanted the counter-terrorism intel that I've been shown with the FBI to stop it.
Yeah.
Okay? The antecedent and being... the antecedent, you read that document with the police, right? It's a bit messed up. That was my reason for being here, okay? The reason changes every 5 minutes, and I was here for almost a year, and shortly before, it's like a day or two before I was finally released, police officers came around with and they got the document from the nurses here, and finally specifying my so-called mental illness after a year of bizarre accusations, like we're doing now, railroad and crap. Finally decided on putting a label to it, and the label to it, they gave me the document that said I had to give it back in 10 to 15 minutes. They let me stew over it. And my mental illness, after a year of being in prison, drunk and tortured, was documenting government corruption and being too smart for his own good. Now, I don't have that document. They didn't let me keep that document, but it is the truth. The fact that I'll give you that antecedent image, I've got piles of evidence. So the takedowns that I just said, the video takedowns of all my evidence since I got in here, as I showed you before. So I'll give you more. when the police came to my door, I was confusing them for another terrorist attack that I had stopped, right? Two of them, because I did them all three at the same time. I do this all the time. So Kevin, I'll give you an example of Kevin. He was a person on the internet that I found through, I heard some warnings about this guy, and so I investigated, and I quickly determined that this guy was a serious threat, and upon realising that someone was onto him, he confessed his plan and showed all these guns and stuff. He was going to shoot up a school.
Yeah.
And these local, this was in Belgium. The local police wouldn't do anything about it, and he's definitely going to do it. So within 2 minutes, I had taken a photo from the other side of the world through devices and stuff. I had taken a photo of his front door. I said, "Look, like this is to show I know where you are. I know what you're about to do.
Yeah.
And I know everything. And I want you to stop. I've been talking to some people who know you. Don't do it. You won't be able to go through with it. Okay? You're going to get hurt if you do it. Don't do it."
Yeah.
I tried to talk him out of it, and he was just in a drug-fueled power high, and he'd been looking on the internet over some weird occultish stuff. So he looked just on a crazy, incoherent power high and New Age cult kind of crap. So he became fearful that he was going to be raided by police. I never mentioned that I'm raiding the police, but I said that if he's going to go through with it, I will contact his local police. So he got all his weapons armed and everything, and he was ready to do a shootout. And he's saying, if the police don't arrive here within like 30 minutes, I'm going to shoot myself, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was I ended up getting him disarmed by contacting and helping through his friends and family,
Yeah.
and the police were never involved. No one got hurt. That's an example of what I do on a regular basis. His friends and family sorted him out, and
How did they sort it
it's a long story, but he's not a threat anymore.
out? Did they take him to hospital?
A lot of things happened. There's personal information about him. I don't want to, but he got sorted out, and the threat was removed, and no one got hurt. Any other solution, we would have got hurt. Here's another one at the same time, because I was confusing this with two others. He didn't know which one the police were talking about. In New York City, pedophile who was going around on the dark web. He was taking photos of children. He was doing a run every day, taking photos of children, telling people what he was going to do. I worked with some other vigilantes to find out, to track his movements, to track the course that he was doing every day, and who he was targeting. I did that. There's just three examples all at the same time, and these can be looked up because there's evidence on the internet of these things, and many others. Now, I'm just going to show you one more image. Where is it here? This is an example because of what you people gaslighting me and smearing my. Apparently, I'm damaging my reputation. Everyone who actually knows me, including people like this who attack me, acknowledge that everything I say is true, and I have the perfect reputation. But when I get attacked and gaslighted and kidnapped, this is what happens. This is what happens. All the degenerates on the internet think, oh, they got Taron, let's kick him while he's down.
Stay mad nerd. Was that directed at you?
Yes, these are directed. Yeah, these are directed.
Sorry, is there a way to laugh out loud or?
Yes. This is the internet saying, so I don't think you fully understand.
I don't understand.
Okay, well, this is just trash talk. So why would computer hackers have it in for me so much? I'm not complaining about it. I actually use it to my advantage. I use myself as bait, and I bring them to the surface where they can be exposed and caught. A lot of people think that as a founder of Anonymous, I'm a computer hacker. I've never called myself a computer hacker. I stop computer hackers. Computer hackers go around in my name, scaring and threatening people with my power. I have a lot of computer skills, and a lot of bad people are scared of me because you go around doing bad things on the internet. Eventually, the final boss is going to come around. He's going to take you out. So this is, for example, the terrorist examples before. I usually work with local police where I can. I do whatever I can to disarm threats. So all these computer hackers have it in for me because I keep taking them out. They've got a grudge against me. But even they acknowledge everything I say is true. They're just scared of me and they want to keep me when I'm down. And it's because of this going on right here is why I get so attacked by computer hackers when I don't need to. It's unnecessary. And it's unnecessary from me. Be health, sorry, I had a little bit more to say. So I'm talking to a man who is so desperate for fake ammunition to railroad me that he instantly jumps to the conclusion that I have a psychotic delusion because I walk into a hospital emergency half dead saying, "I think I'm dying, please help me," which was confirmed later after tests. A man who accuses me of being a violent criminal threat to the community simply because I have many pictures of myself covered in bruises, not from fighting, as he said, but due to repeated police beatings at gunpoint, while having no criminal record whatsoever. None. Not even so much as a fine. A man who accuses me of misadventures during the hearing the other day, like stopping terrorist attacks and saving countless lives. I wonder how many lives I could have saved if I wasn't locked up and disabled from forced drugging. Oh, that's right, that would mean I have delusions of grandeur now. Because it always changes, always some excuse, always the same conclusion. One last thing, Anonymous began as a random act of kindness movement, helping random people, passing on kindness chains. That's what I have to say.
My view remains that you suffer
Yeah, railroad, you just, nothing has no value.
delusional disorder. The plan is to get you established on the injection. You had your test dose, you had side effects, which I think you...
Including intestinal bleeding, which is concerning because I've got a lot of fire in my belly, it hurts.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll give you the next dose today of
As I knew, yes.
injection. Would you like to be written up for the congentin
Yes,
regularly?
this is what I kept, as I said before, if you remember, the congentin is extremely important. I need to have access to it. The night staff wouldn't give it to me. I need a full tablet, not a quarter of a tablet or half a tablet. I need a full tablet.
It's a full tablet, 2 milligrams.
Yes.
And would you prefer to have that just written up regularly, or just?
As I asked, because the side effects are extreme, but they're not always there. I'd rather have as minimal as I can and have it on.
So if we be
able to ask for it.
For 2 milligrams up to 3 times a day.
That's probably I probably need 1, 2 at most, but three times gives me a bit of buffer.
Yeah, it gives you a bit.
Yeah.
There's a bit of buffer.
Usually one's enough,
probably
but sometimes.
For 1 to 2 milligrams 3 times. Right, so we'll write it up for 2 milligrams. So if you get it, you get 2 milligrams.
I need the nurses to be clear about that because they keep getting confused and then they don't give it to me.
What the nurses will do is they will look for signs of side effects. But if it's causing problems, once you're on the medication, you'll hopefully know when you need it, and we can always write it up regularly for you.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait a week to see a doctor while I'm in agony. I need them to be crystal clear that I can get it.
2 milligrams up to 3 times a day. Okay.
So I have a question. If I have a delusional disorder, what is my delusional disorder?
Okay. I think that
I'll be able to have that. I'll take that over.
Yes, sorry.
No, you keep that one. That's fine. Oh, sorry, that's what.
No, you've got the other one.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was. Yeah.
No,
That, I'll just make sure that you have that one. So, yeah, what is my delusion? What is my delusion?
I think that you believe what you're saying.
Yeah, that's not what I asked. What is my delusion?
Your delusional disorder.
No, what is my delusion?
What do you mean?
What is my, if I have a delusional disorder, then I have a delusion. What is my so-called delusion?
Today you're saying that you've developed inventions.
I'm a computer programmer. I can show you all kinds of inventions that I've done. Yes, I design things all the time. So you're saying that I don't? Are you saying that I don't?
No.
Okay, well that's beside the point. Can you please answer the question? What is my delusion and what evidence do you have of it? Simple question.
Okay. At the moment, you bring up lots of different bits of information and you make links between them.
Yeah, that's not answer the question. What is my false fixed belief and what is the evidence of it? I'm talking about things that obviously I'm a technical expert on that you're not. Your lack of knowledge does not equate as to a delusion. What is my delusion? What is the evidence of it?
Your false fixed belief is that there is a conspiracy against you involved in lots of government organisations.
I never said lots of government organisations, I said 3. And I have piles of evidence of it. Where is your evidence that this is not? So I'm reporting government corruption, and you're saying that I don't, that it's not, it doesn't exist.
Calm down.
You're saying that it doesn't exist. Please don't intervene.
Oh,
You're saying that it doesn't exist. How do you know that that this doesn't exist? What would an innocent person and a corrupt person do? I'm reporting government corruption, so you kidnap me, drug me, and you call me crazy. That is only a corrupt person would do that. If you want to show otherwise, then I'm willing to hear your case, but not in here. I mean, what evidence do you have that this isn't true? Because these are very serious claims here, and I'm saying I have a lot of evidence. I've just given you examples of clear evidence. I can give piles more, and this evidence has remained the same the whole time. Not a single person who has looked at them has disagreed. Everyone who has looked at them, including people who work with government security clearances, etc., have all confirmed what I say and testified to my sanity and honesty and my claims. So what evidence do you have that what I'm saying is not true?
The doctor who treated you when you was in hospital here, you persistently called him a mass murderer.
Who are you talking about? George Slawinski?
Yeah.
Yes, he's a convicted mass murderer. It was part of his conviction for his wife was the well-documented horrific history he had. There was resistance. He had people protecting him. He worked with James Woolcock, and he was associated with Mr. Bailey at Harry Bailey's laws at Chelmsford. Now you're claiming these things that don't exist. Well, it's all true. It's all documented. It's all actually well known. What evidence do you have that my claims are not true? I'm not interested in what a doctor said. Like Santa Claus can say chicken are green. It doesn't mean anything. What evidence do you have to be damn well sure that I'm not being persecuted here? That what I'm saying is not true. Where's the court case that has happened? Because I showed you, I was kidnapped when I testified with evidence, a bag full of evidence. Really. This is like toddler level stuff. Where is the evidence that what I'm saying is false? Where is being the public court proving this claim false? Where is the debate that's happened? Where is the evidence?
Okay. The debate takes place at the tribunal.
No, I know it didn't. I never had any debate at the tribunal. I offered evidence. It was ignored. It was refused. They refused to even consider it. So where is the evidence that my claims are false? Where is the evidence?
That's a legal claim.
Why can't you answer the question? Where is the evidence that my claims are false?
You can't have evidence for the lack of evidence. You can't have it.
Okay, so therefore you're completely invalid. You're saying that I have a false belief and a fixed belief, yet I'm saying, all right, prove me wrong. Show me evidence that the belief is false. And you're saying you can't. So therefore your claim, your whole premise is self-contradictory.
But in terms of, all I can do is explain, I think that you believe this conspiracy and that it's related.
Why don't we ask the public?
The tribunal meetings, they're public hearings,
No, it wasn't a public hearing. It was a private hearing where one person was judge, jury and executioner.
You can invite someone there.
I wasn't allowed to.
In terms of your rights, you can invite someone.
My rights are not being protected here. My rights are being violated.
You should have the right to have a lawyer representing you at the tribunal.
I wasn't allowed to have a lawyer. I was forced a lawyer that was chosen for me who told me to fuck off and shut up.
Okay.
Where is the evidence that I have a false belief? If you can't prove it, then let me go. Nothing here is legitimate. You can't go around imprisoning and force drugging people and torturing them with massive pain and disability and harm in the name of a false belief, and then say you don't need to provide evidence. It's just all like, you're not even coherent. There is no, is there, so you're saying before, there is no evidence of your claim.
Jeremy, I'm not trying to make things more difficult than they are. I don't think anything I say is going to change your view of the world.
I don't think anything I say is going to change your self-contradicting position.
Okay. At the moment, it went to a tribunal. Tribunal gave us authority to keep you in hospital and treat you.
Oh, that's the magic word, authority, because this has nothing to do with the law or or even making a coherent case. This is to do with overbearing authority, because authority overrules the law, does it not? Does it? You just nodded and said yes. Sounds like you said yes.
This is done in the legal framework.
Well, I disagree. Authority does not have the power to change and override the law.
You need to take the injection today of terms of discussing, making sure you're written up for Cogentin. Happy to do that. We'll start you on Zubicon Pixel 400 milligrams.
400.
Yeah.
So you're going to double it now. Punish me and double it. Well, I'm not going to survive.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
400 milligrams, really. It was supposed to be 200, now it's 400. I wonder why that changed. It's something to do with what I just said, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think in terms of the frequency, we can discuss that. But I think just in terms of treating it, I think you find it quite disturbing, and it, we'll see how you go on with the medication.
What is the maximum dose for this? The recommended maximum dose?
The maximum licensed dose would normally be 400 milligrams.
So you're doing the maximum dose?
Previously
Really? So you're going to do what justification are you doing for the maximum legal dose?
You were previously on 250 milligrams.
I don't recall that much. But
looking back at the records, it looked like you was previously.
my records that seem to change all over the place, don't they?
And therefore, I'm not sure that made any significant difference.
What is the seriousness of giving me the maximum dose? I have no criminal record whatsoever. No. What is your justification? You got nothing. What is your justification for maximum dose for someone who's never committed a crime, never had so much as a fine? Who everyone who knows him backs up what they say.
You've been treated for an illness rather than,
What is your justification? If I am ill, if I have a sore leg, it's my choice if I want to treat it or not, and it's my choice if I want to even see a doctor or not. It's none of anyone's business. So I'm not being treated for an illness. This is clearly corruption.
You was previously on.
Are you prepared for the consequences, son? Are you? Have you looked into who I am, and you're panicking and you're trying to do what you can to shut me up? You don't sound comfortable with me, son. You sound like you're freaking out.
Okay. My plan is to try to get you out of hospital as soon as we can.
Let me finish with one thing. I went into all this knowing what was happening. Even when I went up to John Hunter Hospital, I went into that prepared, knowing what would inevitably be attempted, that would try to kidnap me and drug me to the maximum dose. I did so to give everyone else every chance I could to step up and save civilization from crumbling, and it's crumbling all around us because of you, the likes of all of you. You're the disease. You're the problem. You're the ones who are destroying everything. You have no respect for law, and you just put on a big act every step of the way.
Chairman, we're not going to get any further today.
I understand.
Yeah, okay, we'll finish there. I'll see you later in the week.
I probably won't be around later in the week, or I'll be in too much pain to be able to even form a sentence, as you damn well know.
I'm hopeful that's not the case.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you are.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, here I go.
Hi, called the Citizens Commission on Human Rights Victoria. Please leave a message and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Alternatively, you could send an email to info@cchrvictoria.com.
So they're closed. They're closed. Or my number's been blocked. My number's probably been blocked. Unless I've got the wrong number. Let's try this again. That was the wrong one. I can't see, I'm going blind. Fuck. Let's hurry up. Nine five. Okay. National Office, I got the wrong one. I think I got it. Victoria, I rang the wrong one. Wrong one, it was the wrong one, I can't see.
John speaking.
Hello, this is Jeremy Martin. I called recently. I'm going blind. I've been drugged. I just need to quickly know before it gets worse. I was Jeremy Martin. I just need to confirm that my messages got through. I sent files. I did what I was asked. I sent the email address. I sent files like I was asked. There's been no response, and I've been drugged. I waited and waited as long as I could, and they finally drugged me, and I'm going to collapse and be unable.
First name John.
Jeremy Martin.
How do you spell it?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Yes.
Martin, Martin.
Yes, that's right.
You sent it to this office.
Yes. I did the web. I called this number. They told me to use the contact form on the website, and I did so. I sent a bunch of links to different files and everything, and I waited and waited, and there's been no response, and then they finally drugged me. I'm not going to be able to speak soon because the drugs are kicking in.
What were you diagnosed with, Jeremy?
Delusion disorder for believing that there is corruption in the government.
A couple of notes, okay?
Yes.
Delusion.
Disorder
Yeah.
for believing there is corruption in the government.
Yep. And what medication did they give you?
Clopixol, 200 milligrams. I was going to do 400. It looks like they've done 200.
I've got to write it down.
Yes, 200 milligrams Clopixol.
Is it clopenzixol or just
Zuclo, I think it's Zuclo-Clopixol. It was a long one, I think it was.
Yeah, it's a fairly long name.
Yeah, it's a long one. It sounds like the one that you said, the long one.
Okay, so you had 200 milligrams of that.
Yes, and I get a very bad reaction to it. I've got recordings of them, the nurses confessing to torturing me and stuff like that. I sent all kinds of horrific files. I'm starting to get nauseous. I spoke the other day. I called up the other day and I did everything they asked, and I've got no reply. I've done all this.
Just a moment, please.
Yep. Oh, I don't know if I can stay conscious.
You there, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yes, you'll have to get a lawyer, my friend.
I can't get a lawyer. I don't know what to do. You're the only last hope I got. I'm being drugged. I'm going to be incoherent soon. I'm going to be unable to speak. I can't see. My vision's going. I don't know what else to do. This is my last attempt. I don't know where to do. This is all I got.
I'm sorry, but you have to contact a lawyer.
I don't know how. I can't see. I tried for 7 years.
We can't help you here, I'm sorry, but it's a legal situation and we can't give you any legal advice.
So I'm screwed. No, you're not going to help me.
We can't help you. It's a legal situation. We can't give you legal advice or medical advice. You have to find a lawyer.
I can't. I'm trapped. I'm imprisoned. I'm being drugged, so I can't. Gone blind. I had to press the button on the website to get the number. That's okay.
You have to find someone who can contact a lawyer on your behalf.
I have no one. I tried. I did what I could.
I'm sorry, we can't help you.
Goodbye.
It's a legal situation. You have to contact a lawyer somehow. But we can't.
I have no way to do so.
You have to find a way. Your family, your friends,
I have no family, no friends, because they all ran away after what was done to me. They just ran away scared after what was done to me for whistleblowing. I'm all alone.
well, I'm sorry, Jeremy, but we cannot help you here. Okay? You have to contact the lawyer somehow.
I tried for 7 years. No lawyer will deal with my case. They all said I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to go after my family over this.
I can't help you here. I'm sorry. You have to find a way to contact a lawyer.
I did everything you asked, and then you just leave me for dead.
You
No
have to
response.
You have to find a way to contact a lawyer. Okay? Jeremy, you have to find a way to contact a lawyer. Okay?
Ask the man dying in a well that he needs to go find a rope.
I can't help you. You have to contact a lawyer.
I tried for 7 years and now I'm blind and imprisoned.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Okay?
I guess the CCR no longer helps people like he used to.
I'm sorry, but we cannot help you at this stage. You have to contact a lawyer. Okay? I have to go now. I'm sorry, Jeremy, but that's where it's at, okay? You have to find a way to contact a lawyer or get someone to contact a lawyer on your behalf.
Why couldn't you have told me before instead of telling me to send all these files that you can use to your own advantage and leave me for dead and no response whatsoever? I gave all my personal details like you asked and then you just left me for dead with no response, left me waiting.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. I have to go now, okay?
I hope you enjoy the profit you get from my expense.
Okay, thank you.
That's all. I'm screwed.